Hey everybody, this is Kelly and Greg with K&G Adventures coming to you from Coal Creek Ranch in the mountains of Preston, North Carolina. Well, we got a big adventure planned and we're headed out to go horse camping at Grayson Highlands State Park, our most favorite place to ride and our most favorite place to camp. But we also have some other plans, and I'm not sure how many of our viewers realize it, but Grayson Highland has multiple herds of ponies that live up on the mountain year-round. And every year this time they have their babies that are on the ground. So it's like opening a new present. We're going to go right up and see if we can't find, some of the herds and see what their babies are looking like this year. These ponies are absolutely gorgeous. They're, small ponies like Shetland ponies, and they have the cutest little tiniest babies up there when they have them every year of all different colors. But there's specific ones that are up there. There was a pony that used to live up there, the little stallion. His name was Fabio, and Fabio had some pretty strong genes because you can look and see his babies. Every one of them, it's very obvious. They look so much like Fabio. But Fabio is by far the most gorgeous pony I've ever seen, and he is living his best life now at Rugby Creek Rescue up in the mountains, because when he got older he didn't want to stay up on the mountain, so they finally caught him and brought him down and brought him to the rescue, and they're giving him his best life. He's somewhat of a famous pony now. He's just so gorgeous. But anyway, I hope you guys come along and follow us on our ride to look for the ponies, and I hope you'll enjoy it as much as we do, because we really get excited about it. So we look forward to seeing what we're going to see up on the mountain, and I hope you guys watch. But don't forget, go out and whoop and ride, everybody.
Okay guys, we're headed up to Grayson Highland for the weekend. It's beautiful now, but I think we're supposed to get some rain for a day or two. So which we're fortunate. It's only about an hour ride from our house, pulling a trailer over here. And we got Ruger, and we got Cash sticking his head over on Ruger's side. And Highway 58. See everything. Grayson Highlands State Park. Hi guys, we get some footage this week for you when we get set up. Hey guys, this is on the way up to Grayson Highland. What a view. Look at the mountains in the background. It's beautiful. Yes, it doesn't get much better than this, for sure. So fortunate to be able to do things like this. Someone told me you better do things and enjoy life while you can. And that's what I'm trying to do now at this point in my life. It's just beautiful. All right, let's make our way on to the campground.
Old dogs, country roads, front porches, cornrows, fireflies filling up a jar. Mama's cooking bare feet, tire swinging kids out in the yard. corner bars, neon lights, old guitars and bonfires and haggard songs my daddy used to sing. Screen doors slamming shut, tin roof sleeping to the rain. Country knows how I feel. It always has, it always will. It's in my heart, it's been there from the beginning. It saved my soul.
Alright guys, we're up here at Massey Gap on the very top. It is a little cloudy today, some rain clouds. Giving rain, I think, 100% chance here around 1, 2 o'clock. So we hit the saddle early. So hopefully we can beat the rain. It's not the rain we worry about, it's the thunder and lightning. So maybe we'll see the ponies here directly and get another shot of that. See what a view back there. Rhododendrons are starting to bloom too. See the color. Okay, looks like we're going to run into some of the wild ponies up here. Should be some new babies on the ground too right now. Or at least close, but I think I see a couple. Yep, there's 2 right here with mamas. There's some more up there. I'm not sure you can see those guys. But here's 2 pretty little babies laying on the floor ground. There's some more right there. Look at that little feller. Hey there, 3 babies. Babies right here. Looky there. New babies. Look out there, some more. Another one up here. Okay, we got some longhorn cattle up here. Scouting out, enjoying the shade. Well, don't really need shade today, as cloudy as it is. Have some color on that one. There's a big bull laying down right there. Steep grade here. It's steeper than it looks when you're in the saddle. Okay, coming through an area on the Virginia Highland Trail. It's pretty rocky. You know, I've said it in other videos, recommend you have shoes on your horses. And just take your time, because this is riding is not for the beginner or the scared, but it's beautiful though. And the only way to see it is by foot or by horseback. So, but you can see, of course, when it rains, to me, I don't mind it as bad as when it's dry, because it really will. The rocks give a little more. It's not quite as hard. Just let your horse pick his pattern, and make sure he takes the right steps. But the terrain, it does change quite a bit. You go through some rocky patches, and then you'll get into some good grassy areas, some light graveled areas. So everything looks different. We start down some switchbacks here in a minute. Headed back down that way to about 3 switchbacks on this trail. So the rain is holding off, so hopefully we can beat it back in this afternoon. We just only planned about a 3-hour ride today. So hang in there and saddle up. Whoop and ride, as Kelly always says. K&G Adventures. Go check out our YouTube page, Cold Creek Ranch, K&G Adventures, and our Facebook page. See what all we've got going on. Okay, we've got another herd of ponies in here. Color. Looks like wild Mustangs. A little colt behind that paint mare. Here's another little colt. Man, quite a few babies this year. They're always curious. You know, they tell people they're wild ponies, but they're kind of tame ponies in a wild area is what I say. But still, you know, they prefer you not to try to go up and handle them or pet them or give them treats, make them more domestic. But of course, they're not as dangerous that way. If you get in a herd of wild Mustangs, well, it's hard to get next to a herd of wild Mustangs, but if you did, it'd be a different outcome than what it would be around these ponies. Okay, we're headed back to the last switchback, and then we'll be headed over towards the scales. Okay, we are going down. It's steep off here. Rocky and steep, but it smooths out a little bit in a minute. But it is a lot steeper than what it looks like in the video. We're dropping down into this gorge. So it's a pretty narrow trail, but it's a nice trail now. Got out on the big rocks. We'll run down here and catch the horse trail back to Orchard Seed Road, back in towards Grayson Highlands. Now you can see how it kind of opens up. We're almost down here in the valley. We'll soon be down here close to Little Wilson Creek and Orchard Seed Road, which will take us back over into Grayson Highland. There is Mount Rogers. So, trail comes around the crest trail all the way around, back up right into the area that we just came down. So, what a pretty day. Okay, we are on Orchard Seed Road, which we got about another quarter of a mile, and then we get back into Grayson Highland National, or State Park, not national, but State Park. We're getting ready to cross the Appalachian Trail again. We've crossed it a couple of times today. I know last week or so they had trail days in Damascus with thousands of hikers together for that big event, and it's kind of a midpoint for people who hike the Appalachian Trail. We have a lot of festivities going on, music, and, vendors, and arts and entertainment. So it's a big thing for Damascus that weekend is. It's always a big draw. Then the hikers disperse and make their way on up to Maine, from Georgia to Maine. So gotta really condition yourself to make that trip all the way through. I've had several friends to do it. Some will do a partial trip and then pick it back up and divide it up. It's a pretty scenic route when you get through the mountains. And after you leave the Appalachian Mountains, get up in Shenandoah Valley through that area. So we're coming up on Wilson Creek now. Terrain does change a little bit after we get through here. It's a little rocky again. Right here you can see the Virginia Highland Horse Trail, which we're on, Scales, and Wilson Creek Trail. So it's a nice little area right here. Stop and see if the horses want to break. Some water. Cash is not interested. He thinks he's ready to go back to the camp. Welcome to Grayson Highlands State Park. So, here we go. Now we branch off to Orchard Seed Road. Man, these horses hit the jackpot. Look at this tall grass. Cash got him a mouthful. It's hard to eat with that bit in your mouth, isn't it, buddy? All right, we better go before the rain gets us. We've lucked up so far. We're on East Horse Trail now, heading into Grayson Highland. Kind of pushed it along today pretty good.
Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video. We sure had an amazing time seeing those babies up on the mountain this year. They had some really nice ones. But we'll be back up again, and we've got another video coming out soon, so I hope you guys will follow our horse, Keeper, who has been really sick with EPM and chronic Lyme disease, and he's been at the borders for like 7 months trying to get on the path to healing, and he's finally well enough for us to bring him home. So we're going to be bringing him home next Wednesday, June the 3rd, and we're going to video and document the whole thing, but we're excited over the moon to bring him back home. And I know he'll love getting back with his buddies and his herd. So it's been a long 7 months, and it's been a long journey for Keeper. But we're excited to bring him home, and I hope you guys will come and follow the videos. And we're going to be up there for 2.5 weeks taking care of him. So don't forget, everybody, whoop and ride and have a good time. Happy trails. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds if we're together? Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails.